Right now what we want to do is to draw. We want to continue with our interior design, the interior design. So we want to go to the last time we did a lot here and we were using the morph tool. So this time I want us to jump to the slab tool again. We want to draw a light. I mean this one that we have here, I don't really feel it, so let me draw something else here that will look more nicer and appealing. So for now I want to find the center line of this. This is our dining. I want to find the center of this dining. So I've drawn this line. With it I can be able to locate the center, and so again I'm going to draw another line here so that I can again be able to locate the center which is there. So yeah, then if I click this I can move it to the center which is here, and if I click this again I can drag it to the center which is there. So at this point I find the middle. That's where I want my light to be, at the center. It looks nicer if it is at the center. So now I want to use this section here again, so I'm going to drag it to, let's say, here, so that whatever we draw we will be able to see it when we go to the section. Now I'm coming to the line tool, and let me use a black one. So I want 750 mm from here. Let me draw. So I have what was I saying before I messed up? What do I have? So I want this to be 750 from the center, and I want to go this way to 450. I have a PDF that has a lot of lights. I mean, it can give you a guidance on when it comes to the choices of lights that you want to use. Now I'm just mirroring. I've clicked Ctrl+Shift+M to make a mirror copy of this like this, and I can click it again to make the same copy, Ctrl+Shift+M on this end, like this. Now so later on I think I will send it to you, the PDF, so that you can see some lights. You might, if you want, you can try to draw a few, and we will draw some from it, especially when we go to the bedroom. On the bed we will draw some lights again that we will use the morph tool to draw them. So for me, when it comes to lights, I mostly use the morph tool and the slab tool to draw them, sometimes the shell tool as well. So we have like this is the basic thing that we want right now. We have it now, so I click everything and I want to group it, so Ctrl G, and I select it. I click on the line tool, then you come to this, I think you remember it, the control box. We just want to offset the elements. We want to offset this line, so I can choose this one if I want to offset multiple times. So let me offset multiple times. So like the first one I want it to be 30, and the second one coming from the first one will be 30 plus 20, which is 50. Okay, so now I want to draw a slab. So I click on slab and you hold magic wand, or you can click it here from the control box. I've shown you, I mean, a number of times how to switch on the control box, so I'm sure you still have it on. So I can hold space bar, and you come to this one in the middle. I want this one, the inner side. I click, I hold space bar and I click, then space bar and click, space bar and click. Now I can select them and group them together, Ctrl G. So let me come back to the slab again, magic wand, and now I'm going to click on the outer part just once, Okay, so I want to create two textures again. Let me create one for a black texture. I'm calling it 14, and I'm creating another one for the lights. I want, like, it's gonna be a light, so maybe we might want to play around with its brightness, or yeah. So I'm just creating a new texture for it. So I click, you remember this one that we have just clicked on the outer side? I can try to make it to cover all the way to the inner, and I want it to be all the way. So I'm just moving the nodes. Like, I can click here and choose this option to create a new node, and I can move this node at this corner. Then I can click here, I'm on the option of creating a new node, then I can bring it here, which is a trick that I know that you've used before. I think so, or I thought you at one point, I'm not sure. So we go on, and finally we come to this point here. So we basically have two slabs here. So if I click on this, I'm clicking on the one that we've just done now, and Control T, then I want it to be 10 mm the thickness. Then I can adjust its texture to be, I want it to be the golden oak that we've just created, because that's the one that we will apply our lighting texture on. Then we have another one here. If I come here, I can be able to select it like this, then Control T, and we want this one to be 45 mm, and I'm going with the new texture, which was anthracite, and I link it like it's called chaining or something like that. Then I hit OK. So for now I want to group them together because I'm going to adjust their position. So if I have them as a group, it will be easier when I try to adjust their position from the section. So I want them to be 70. What I've done is, after grouping them together, I click them, then Control T, and I'm just typing any value here like 750, then OK, so that they are somewhere above the ground, and now I can be able to see them well when I'm in the section. Okay. So when we're in the section, this is what we have. So we click them and Control D, we want to move them somewhere. Let's just place them here. Then I'm going to the line tool. I want them to be some height from the top, so let me say like 600 mm from the top, so we can drag them downwards here. Yeah, then I can suspend groups. Let me suspend groups and drag this guy at the top. I want him to be here. You see where he is? So I want him to be at the top like this. Then I want a copy of him at the bottom as well, like that. Then we can click the three of them, and now let's first enter the suspension of groups, and now I can click those two and this one, and I'm just adjusting them to be where, where we've just drawn a line here that was 600 millimeters from the top. So I just want them to be where that line ends from 600. Then we have these ones, and again now I'm done with them. So I come back and I have this line, the inner line. I want to offset it again. Let me choose this option of offsetting. So I want it to be 100 mm, and I click on it. So we just repeat the same thing. Let me click the line, and this I can offset like 30 mm. Then let me offset outwards 20 mm, 20, then enter. So we just repeat the same thing. Or if you want, you can just go and drag a copy of the same from above. So we're just going to redo the same thing, and I can click them now and group them together, Ctrl G, then I can press Ctrl T, and they are 45. And this one I can see this was the black texture, which was anthracite, and we link them together, we chain them, and we redo the same slab at the top, and we click it, and we make it to cover the whole part. So I click here and create a new node, and I move it to the corner. I click anywhere on this line and create a new node, and move it here again, here again, here again, here. So this thing is actually very simple, but it seems to be taking a lot of time, but it's not something that is difficult. So I can click on this and create a new node here, and move it here and bring it here. So Ctrl T. For this one we were using 10 mm, and the texture is that one. Then we link it together and we group them. So I click this one. Before clicking, I hold Shift and click the other one, then Ctrl G, Ctrl T. We want them to be 750 mm from the ground. And now I can come to the section and drag them upwards. Ctrl D. Let me put them there, and suspend groups. Click on this and Ctrl D and move it at the top. Again, make a copy. Ctrl Shift plus D at the bottom. And now I want this to be, can I use 150? Let me use 150 mm from the top. Wait, let me use 145. So we click on it. We enter the suspension of groups and click at the one at the bottom, and we want to move it along this line, but here where the line ends. And now we go back again and we create the last one. So we come to this line again, and I click on the line and offset. So we're just repeating the same stuff, 100 mm, and we offset it again. So let me select it first. We're going to offset 30 mm, and we are going to offset 20. Then we go to the slab, and this and this, and then we hit on one of these. So if I click on them, Ctrl G, Ctrl T, we want it to be 45, and the texture is anthracite, and we link the textures together. Then we come to the exterior one, we click on it, and we now just try to make it cover. I'm moving this node here, this one here. I can click here and create a new node, Then I move the node here at the corner, man. What's wrong with you? Then I can move this one here and create a new node. I move it there, then a new node. So here and the final one here. Then Control T. We can try to adjust the textures, and here I'm going to make it 10. It was 10, yeah. Then okay, then I can select this one and group them together. Control G, then Control T, and adjust the position to 750 from grow. Then I go to the section and drag them upwards again. Did we group? Kuna tukatuma group hii. Okay, Control G, Control D to drag to somewhere here, and I'm clicking at the guy at the top. I want to move him at the top, and then Control D, Control Shift plus D. Control D there. Then we can try to determine. We can just drag this one. Control D. So we want it to be there. So I select all of them and Control D to drag to, where was it? To here. Okay, now you're done. So the next thing, we want to draw a slab. We want to use a column that will be able to hold this stuff from the top, from the rooftop. So I click on the column, and I want a circular column. So you want something that is very small. So let's go with 45, and I can let me click it here. I forgot to do something else. It's supposed to be circular, so we go to segment and circular, and I want it to be just outside here. Let me reduce the diameter to 35, and then you can go to the section, and where is it? Why is it not visible? Oh, fuck. So let's adjust the section. Control E. I'm rotating the section so that I can see where this column is. Is it visible or not yet? Fuck, I rotated. So I'm rotating the section so that I can see the position of the column. So now I can see it here. I'll try to shorten it. So I click at the bottom and choose this option. I want to shorten the column to somewhere there, and I want to shorten it again, so to somewhere. Is it there? Let me do 125, and let me create a texture. So let's just go with white for now. 30. can you create a black one again, or you can just reuse the other one? If you want, you can reuse the other one, but for me, I think I have a problem. So I click on this Ctrl+Shift+D and I move it there. Then I'm pressing Ctrl+T and changing the radius to 25. So this one will go to here. Then Ctrl+T. I can have the text of this to be white. Link. Then this one I can have it as the new texture. Then I can link them. So if you want stuff to be realistic, you can even draw one that comes to here and touches here, but for me I don't want that one at the moment. Then Ctrl+Shift+D, I can drag them to here. Let me see here, somewhere at the center, like there, and I can stretch it to that point. Then I can click this one, Ctrl+Shift+D, from here to again somewhere at the center. And so basically what we've drawn, it doesn't look even to be complicated. It's something very simple. Then I click on all of them and Ctrl+Shift+M. I want to make a mirror copy, and we want to make a copy from here because this is the center of everybody, right? Is it, or I'm missing something? No, it's not. This should be the center of everyone. Let's try it and see. No, it's not, but we can make a small adjustment to that. Now if I go to 3D, this is what we have so far. So yeah, basically it looks okay. Let's take it to motion and then apply some light on it so that you see how the whole thing looks like now. But I think I can reduce this one. It looks, it's too thick. So in most cases when it comes to drawing these things, you mess up a lot with the dimensions because you're not sure which dimension is going to give the best outlook of something. So sometimes you have to try multiple times. Yeah, even these ones, I think I'm going to shorten them a bit. This, let me shorten it to here. And let's now make it to touch. Let's shorten you, man. Man, what's wrong with you? So I can shorten it like that. Then let me delete these ones. I forgot to do something, but it's okay. So I can click on this and Ctrl+Shift+M. Look for that center line. Let me just do this. Then I come here, I do this. Then I'll be able to find some center somewhere. But if I'm unable, let me just do like that and remove it to there. Yeah, so I think so far it doesn't look bad that worse. I can try to add in more flavor and move this one up like there. Then let's see. Yeah, then now we can do the same for others. Let's do it from the center. Control Shift plus D. Control Shift plus D. Yeah, so let me take it to Twinmotion in the next one so that you just see what we've drawn so far, how it looks like. It's gonna look amazing, I think so. So yeah, let me end it at that point.